you're missing out on a lot of fun. Take a listen. I was out shopping one day, and I was like, I'm going to get Josh this fedora.
Morning, everybody. Happy Thursday to you. Good to see you. See who's going to be first on the comments today. It's a race. Christy's been winning that. Oh, you got it all shared. JC, beat her. It's close, though. They're both right there. Yeah. I like a little competition. It's good. A good song to open the day off, huh? Yeah, we love seeing you on the mornings too, Christy. Mm-hmm. It's our last day this week, live on camera. Best ups tomorrow on the Go Out. Turn that off, girl. Morning, Trey. Holly likes to look at herself on camera so much she's got it pulled up over there.
I didn't even mean to click that. You're a punk. I can't even see nothing.
Start the recorder. Nope. There we go. Morning, Glenn.
That hits the soul.
Happy Thursday morning to you, everybody. Another day of the Thunder Radio Morning Show, getting you to work, getting you to school, getting you home from work for you night shift warriors, or maybe we're just getting you through the morning. We're glad that you choose to be with us for your morning source of entertainment. Brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. There's many great ways to make you look great, function great, and feel great, including the M-Sculpt Neo. Get that six-pack of abs before fall break. Learn more at drvanwinkle.com. Have it done on your lunch break. It's drvanwinkle.com. Plenty of ways to catch the morning show. If you're new to us, you just stumbled across the frequencies or the Facebook Live channel, you can listen in on our terrestrial radio range, AM 1320. That's the OG, the original signal. Also 107.9 FM. If you're over toward Tullahoma, Estill Springs, 106.7 FM is a good way to listen in. Worldwide on the Manchester Go smartphone app and at thunder1320.com. You can click on listen. Now, if you want to watch the show, check out the Carmine Family Dental Camera Perfect Smile Cams. And you can do that on Facebook and YouTube. Just search for Thunder Radio. Chilly start out there this morning, but not quite as cool as yesterday. We're already in the 60s. 61 degrees, and we're going to warm up nicely today. 83 for your high with a southeast breeze at 5 miles an hour. So it's going to feel a little warmer today as we march towards some really hot temperatures this weekend and next week. Temperature update brought to you by Wisteria Hill Boutique. Speaking of this weekend, they have a hat bar going on Saturday over at their place. This means that you get to get a trucker's cap, and you can decorate that thing with your items that they have. Holly shakes her head when I do this. I have to get her to explain it. But basically, you get a hat, and it's like a taco bar where you make your own taco. You make your own hat. It's super cool. Get on by and see them at 205 South Woodland Street near the square in downtown Manchester. We got a lot to do today. It's Thursday. That means Thursday. Thursday's coming up. We got Stupid Silly Stat. Name that TV theme song. Your birthdays. Call those in anytime on the Ben Loma Connect hotlines at 728-1320. But before we do any of that, we need to bring in the better half of the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Across from me sits the brains of this operation, the planner, the organizer, the CEO, and president of Coffee County Broadcasting Incorporated. She's by far the looks inside of this studio. She's the president-elect of the Manchester Chamber of Commerce and one of the reasons the rockin' world goes round. Holly, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Sounding good. Sounding good today. Thursday, everybody.
In my pocket, going jingle.
Lights are different in here. I can't see.
Always no hugging, no kissing, till I get a wedding ring. Is it hot?
It was right on my face.
Oh.
I didn't like that at all. JC already bailed it. Didn't like that at all. Headphones are kind of loud. All right.
Buy free milk and a cow. Until
I feel like
get a
Eminem
wedding
music would have been
down.
appropriate for the opening song today.
What, he said what?
He said I feel like Eminem music would be appropriate for the opening song today.
What?
What did Eminem do?
Am I?
Did we do something? Did he do something?
Anytime anybody says anything on the Facebook,
Yeah.
I think it's a jab at me. It's like people get up in the morning and they're like, bam, bam, bam,
Yeah.
like a little warm up for the day by picking on me.
Pick on Holly this morning.
Is it because your hat's backwards?
I don't know. My hat's usually backwards.
I don't know.
Comings and goings, what's happening in and around the Manchester community. You got a lot of things going on. Westwood Volleyball got a win last night. They're 4-1. Congratulations to those girls. Coffee County Golf finished fourth out of about 15 groupings yesterday at the Golden Classic in Manchester, so congratulations to them. The boys did. Anyway, Noah Costello, Jack Stowe, each with a 1 over par 73 on the day yesterday. What?
I hate that I missed that.
You were supposed to go?
No, I wasn't supposed to go because I don't think I ever wrote that on my schedule.
Well, you went to golf earlier in the week.
Yeah.
This place is about to burn down. The light up here is flickering on and off this morning, and I don't know why.
You need this more than I do.
No, I don't. No, I do not need that light. Turn that away from me.
I'm gonna do this.
Why don't you just turn your light back around and I can do that? There we go. Or I'll just stay in the dark. How about that?
Like Batman?
Like Batman, yeah. I was born in the dark. I'll open it up in a minute. Anyway, congratulations to golf team on a pretty good day yesterday. Today, high school volleyball is at home against Franklin County. That'll be, I think, JV at 5, varsity at 6. And we will be there for that, for the varsity broadcast. 6 o'clock-ish, depending on when the JV finishes up. So be sure to tune in for that right here on Thunder Radio, part of our hometown sports series. We are one day away from high school football. That's tomorrow night.
Yes.
That light just turning on and off up there. The ghost. Anyway, so high school football tomorrow night starts with the Friday Night Thunder pregame show at 6 o'clock. Be sure to tune in for that. 7 o'clock kickoff. It'll all be right here on Thunder Radio. And we are 8 days away from the Coffee County Fair. 8. It starts next Friday, Labor Day weekend.
My grandpa comes down from Pennsylvania next week. I'm thinking about taking him to the fair, taking him to a good old country fair.
Let's get him some fried things.
Well, Grandpa might not need anything fried.
May not need to do that.
Yeah.
Let's put him on some rides that go fast and give him some fried food. That starts next weekend. So learn more if you want to. Just Google up the Coffee County Fair. 99 Lakeview Drive is where the fairgrounds are. I see a lot of people asking that.
Where
where newer people that have moved into the area, they don't know where the fairgrounds are. So,
hey, if you move to a new place, I highly encourage you to check their Chamber of Commerce. Go in there, and they're just looking to help. The chamber is, and they'll have booklets and pamphlets, and they know where all the good attractions are. Just a little bit of,
friendly advice.
Yeah, friendly advice.
Any comings and goings out of you today, Holly?
Yeah, I have some.
Or any golf matches you're supposed to go to that you're not going to go to?
I never was supposed to go to that because I never knew about it.
It was in the calendar that I sent out.
I didn't say it was your fault. I messed up, obviously, but
let me tell y'all what I do for the sports calendars. So I have a master calendar. That's got all the sports. I'll take all the sports schedules and I put them into one master schedule in chronological order. So you know when things are happening, whether it's high school golf, high school football, the coaches' shows are all in there. And then I have a separate schedule. That's our broadcast schedule. It's in the same sheet. You just click the tab at the bottom. It's got what we're broadcasting, chronological order. Everybody has access to that sheet. But then on Sundays, I take, and they can see it anytime they want. You just click the link. Then on Sundays, I take the upcoming week and I just kind of highlight it out of there, copy it, and send an email out and say, here's what's going on this week. Here's the master sports schedule for the week. Here's the broadcast schedule for the week. Here's the pro sports broadcast schedule for the week. Just so nobody has any questions about what's going on around here. And then Holly's like, oh, there was golf yesterday?
Girls, ladies, I don't know why you're looking. I've got him. I have got the guy who never makes a mistake and is perfect. And it's awesome. It's awesome being around greatness all the time. He just never messes up, y'all.
No, I'm not saying that.
How did I get this lucky?
I just feel like at some point, people will want to get on my level, and I get frustrated when they don't.
You're going to make me be mean to you, and I don't want to be mean. I am a lovely, demure. Yeah.
So, Holly puts in a lot of work. She has been doing
me rageful.
A lot of things with the video ads.
I get home last night, and he's like, you work so hard. You're such a good worker. I'm lucky to have, and pat my bottom. And he's like, you do a good job. I'm so you. And then he gets on the radio and he's like, she sucks.
I didn't say that.
Whatever.
She's been busy, and I can understand forgetting something going on. Happens to me sometimes.
Anyway, that's not what I was going to tell. I was going to tell the VFW is having an all-you-can-eat fundraiser breakfast. That's going to be this Saturday, 7 to 9:30 a.m. All proceeds go to veterans programs and charities. That's going to be at 130 Shelton Road.
That's the Veterans Building in town there.
Takeout is available if you don't have time to stop and visit.
Well, that sounds like a fun thing to do on a Saturday morning. Swing on by and get a little breakfast.
If you're going to spend money, don't you want the proceeds to go to help somebody?
Yeah. So get on by and do that. Be supportive of the veterans programs. They're pretty active around here.
Yes.
And they win a lot of awards, like state awards, for all their activities.
Let's see here. I got more stuff. I'm gonna tell it off the top of my head. The Praters with Raiders. The Raiders with Praters. At Praters.
Good job going off the top of your head there. Why don't you just pick that back up and read it?
It's not. I can't find it.
Oh, okay.
September 28th, the high school baseball team is having their fundraiser at Praters. You go down there, you pay $25 for a ticket, get 2 meats and drink and all the fixings. And then there's a silent auction and live music, and you get to, it's fun. Me and Josh go and have a good time. And we bid on the auction. There's something.
The silent auction or live auction?
Live one.
Okay. You said silent, so I didn't know if they weren't doing the live one this year, or if they were.
Oh, did I say silent auction?
You did. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's my bad. Sometimes.
I'm not trying to point out an error. I'm just
sometimes
asking
I just
questions.
Mess up. Oh.
Sound like Napoleon.
Let me think. Oh, if you need a ticket to that, and I hope you do, because me and Josh will be there, come up and talk to us. You can contact any Red Raider baseball player or coach. If you don't, look them up on Facebook. If you don't know one, I'll point you in the direction of one. I know them. I know people. I know the baseball players. Am I cool? Yes.
What day is the Praters thing? September
28th.
28th. Yeah, it's September 28th. Somebody was asking if it was August 28th or September 28th. I think you said September. But it is September 28th. That sounds right.
I think I said September.
You did. You did.
Okay.
You did say September. So I was wondering why they were asking. I was like, I think she said September.
Maybe because it's a whole other month away. But we want you to go ahead and get your tickets now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You're doing a phenomenal job this morning. Anything else?
Yes, something else. There's going to be at Kegger, Steve Jernigan Realty today.
That's not really happening.
Hope to see you all there.
They have a ribbon cutting today.
Ribbon cutting for Steve Jernigan and his new realty business. It's at 4, and we hope to see you there.
Tell them where it's at, Holly.
I just told them it's at Steve's place.
How might they find it?
It's in that shop. It's 2010. Yeah, it's 2010 MacArthur.
Across the street from the high school there. People over like, what's the address? Steve's place. Yeah. Annette, I'm sure they could always use auction items. I don't know, but I don't think they would ever turn down an auction item.
No, they said they needed them. They told me that.
They didn't.
They did. They said, we sure could use auction items. And I think the football teams need water and snacks and meals. I don't know. Everybody needs something. What? I'm
just going to sit back and let you go for a while.
I see.
Because the more silence there is, the more Holly wants to fill it with just random thoughts in her head that aren't necessarily true or accurate or anything like that. She just starts talking.
It is true and accurate.
Are we good here?
Yeah, man, I'm good here. Are you? You sound like you're having like you're irritated this morning.
No, I'm not. I was irritated with this light, but it seems to be fixed. I'm to be honest, I'm a little just a little tired this morning. I don't know why.
I think if the vitamins have been helping me because I
think I'm gonna start taking vitamins.
You absolutely. I was on my mom this morning. I'm like, take some. I'm one of those people now. I've only been taking them for 10 days.
And now she is a spokesperson.
Changed my life.
Well, it's good. It makes you feel better. I don't have a headache today. I don't know, just groggy. I'm usually not that groggy early in the show. I usually get tired about 8 after I'm working for an hour and a half. I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just a little groggy, so you're going to have to carry the show.
Well, I always do.
People are pumped about your vitamins over here. I'm thinking about taking some myself. I don't know if I can take the same cocktail that you take, or if that's like probably don't take the woman's multivitamin. Josh, you noticed your estrogen levels are up there.
Chest is starting to feel a little full.
Yeah, I probably don't need that. But I probably need to take something to ramp up my vitamin intake.
And my mom eats no vegetables at all.
She probably really needs some vitamins.
I was like, Mama, if anybody needs vitamins, it's you, buddy.
Yeah. Now, we did get her to eat some asparagus.
She
didn't know how to eat it. She was
chewing it. It was like she rolled her tongue to the back so it didn't touch
any taste buds.
Yeah, she just the open and close of the teeth. And then
that's good.
I kind of like that.
You want another one? No, just start with one.
No, that's enough. I feel healthy.
Jessica said Josh's voice will be a little higher next week. It's on them vitamins. Apparently, I already have kind of a high voice.
He does. When we go through the drive-through,
people they call me.
They say yes, ma'am.
Why do they do that?
And the kids think that's hilarious. They love that.
I don't understand. I don't have the deepest man voice. Like, I'm not like, what's that guy that sings the Josh Turner,
Long Black Train.
Yeah, I'm not like Josh Turner, but I don't think it's like squeaky.
So when we were in high school, you had a soft voice, and I thought it was because you were shy. We sat next to each other in math class, but we never had conversations. I knew who you were, but we didn't talk a lot, but I knew you had a soft voice and you were quiet. And so when we started talking again after high school, I hadn't seen you for years, and you messaged me on he hopped in my DMs. Is
that what they call it?
Yeah, it was and then we made
pretty sure she hopped in my DMs, but okay.
Whatever. You was like, hey, I'm your neighbor now. Wink, wink.
No, I didn't.
We know what the winky face means.
I did not post that. I did not send that.
Yes, you did.
You tried to sell me your lawnmower or something.
You said, "Hey, howdy, I'm your neighbor." And I was like, "Who is Josh Peterson?" I looked at my annual. I was like, "Oh, it's that quiet kid." Anyway, so the first time that I had actually we met, we made arrangements to have a date, and you walked in and you said, "Hey," and you started talking. I was like, "Wow, his voice is high pitched." I think it's over. I mean, that was like, what year is this?
That was 14 years
14
ago.
I feel like as you age, it has gotten deeper. You don't sound like you did 14 years ago.
I'm just a late bloomer.
That's okay.
Trey wants us to start recording drive-through orders.
Yeah, that could be a segment. Kate, every time I see Kate, she's got a new idea for a segment.
Kate's got all kind of work for us to do. See Kate show up and do some of this work.
We are going to go hit some golf balls. I'm going to be a golfer.
Okay.
I might be really good at it. I don't know.
All right, we got to take a break. Thunder Radio morning show here until 8:30. Do not be fooled by these cool temperatures this morning. It's going to be up in the mid-80s later today. That means you're going to need some ice. If you're outside working, maybe you're putting up fences, maybe you're building roofs, maybe you're building houses, maybe you're just headed to the lake for a day. I don't know. You need ice. Twice the Ice of Manchester has 18-pound bags for just $2.50, a price you cannot beat. It's in the Save-A-Lot Shopping Center in Manchester for Twice the Ice.
Listen up, ladies. Most of us suffer from urinary incontinence. But what if I told you how to solve these issues? I'm about M-Cella treatments with Dr. Vanny.
The kids just think it was so funny. We go through the drive-through line and they'd be like, "Yes, ma'am." Then I get mad. I'm playing the stat first again.
How did we like that yesterday? Can I get some feedback from anybody? Did we like the stat early? I don't know. Yeah, let's do it early.
Well, I used to have a jingles page around here with my stuff. What'd I do with it?
The best thing ever is to see kids with these Thundy shirts on.
Yeah.
I love that. Most of the boys cut the sleeves out of them, but I get it.
Trey said I suggest saving your money on golf balls and just go to Bosky's instead. Spent a lot of money at both. My golf game never got any better.
So, my mom.
Where are you and Kate golfing?
I don't know. I need to get her a day. My mom found a golf ball, and she was like, "Oh, that's a good golf ball. I'm keeping that one." And she looked, it had red letters, somebody's name on it. It was Coach Joe Petcope.
Nice.
She said, "I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna give it back to him."
Do not give it back to him.
She's going to. I like that volleyball is playing Franklin County tonight. It's like a little moose boosh. Yeah. I'm so ready for football.
Tracy, I'm gonna need a picture of that golf ball.
I'll tell her.
Well, no worry, where she found it too. Okay. Where was that?
Send me a picture of Joe Pat's balls.
JC said I gave Lane Kippen a golf ball once during a ball game. Man, that was something. It was the mustard that got me. Who's got the full bottle of mustard? That's something Holly would have snuck in.
I was like, I do.
Somebody threw Louisiana brown hot sauce down here.
Not all restaurants have it, and I don't want to get somewhere. Hey, last night who was the guy that does the Atkins commercials? The real pretty smile, handsome man.
Yeah. Rob Lowe.
I had a dream last night that me and Rob Lowe were dating. Okay. Oh. And we were at a restaurant. It's Rob Lowe. So I wanted to order something healthy. So I got a fried chicken salad that we were going to split. And then he looks at the waitress and he was like, "It's not fried chicken. We'll do peanut chicken instead."
Peanut chicken.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I was like, "Yes, much healthier." I think it was because I ate Praters before.
Can you imagine yourself trying to talk to Rob Lowe actually in person? What you would do? What would happen? She would just open her mouth and fart. Thunder Radio morning show here until 8 o'clock. Josh and Holly getting you to work, getting you to school, getting you home from work. If you're not part of the Facebook or the YouTube video, you're missing out on some fun during the breaks. We have a good time with everybody over there. We do appreciate everybody for hanging out. Share the feed, send a share, and the more viewers, the merrier. We'd love to have more folks with us every day. And same for you listeners out there. Tell people what you do in the morning. Say, I listen to Josh and Holly over on Thunder Radio. Tell them they should try it out. We've had a lot of people come to us and be like, I used to listen to Bobby Bones, or I used to listen to, and I'm not trying to hate on other folks. You go listen to what you like, but we caught you guys and we cannot miss it. We got to catch you every single day. So that means a lot. That means a lot. Welcome back, Holly.
Thanks, buddy.
We're going to play Stupid Silly Stat, not now, but next segment. So we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday where we play the stat earlier in the show. Get the kids a little bit more fun before they get out of the cars at the schools. What's here, though?
I had a couple of things I took note that I wanted to discuss yesterday. When the kids got cell phones,
life was over.
We're all in a group chat, and I'm in a group chat with all my siblings and my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Dad doesn't like being a part of the group messages. He doesn't like the group chat thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's mom and the 5 kids are in a group chat where we talk about the cousins or plan to get together, stuff like that, or funny GIFs or memes, whatever. So we have one with the kids where we're like, hey, we're not home today. You guys need to walk the dog. Just.
We used to have a really fun conversation in there with them, and now they don't even respond to us anymore.
Well, it started out fun conversations. Like we would be
see what everybody's doing today.
Yeah.
And everybody's having a good time.
And laughing and sending old pictures and all that's goody good and funny fun. Well, then it got to be where me and Josh were sending stuff and they'll just heart it or like it.
And they don't respond back or ever send anything in the group. Ever.
I looked last night and we had not messaged in that group text since Sunday.
It's probably me sending my workout.
Yeah, and that's all it is. It's Josh. Every day Josh works out, he sends it to us.
Look, no, I had the idea like a year ago that everybody in the group should send one accomplishment for that day. Like whether they made a good grade on it,
really,
whether they made a good grade on their test or they washed their car.
But Josh is the only one.
I'm the only one who does it,
and the only thing he ever accomplishes apparently is working out.
I think that's a good accomplishment. So y'all can just kiss it.
You never sent that so it felt a little like not a responsibility chart, but like I worked out today. What have y'all done?
Yeah, well, y'all need to pick it up.
But they, not everybody is as awesome as Josh. There are times when you would send that and I had been home and I'd done 7 loads of laundry.
Send it.
And I wanted to just take a picture of the house and be like, I cleaned this house today.
Well, send it.
No.
I feel like
who does that?
We were just trying to get them to be engaged. Well, anyway, they don't talk to us anymore.
Everybody's like, how's it feel having kids that graduate? I got one graduating this year, and I don't know if I'm supposed to cry the entire time. I don't feel sad the entire time, but I felt sad yesterday when I realized that, and I had little flashbacks of when we would. I guess one of the blessings that we didn't have a lot of money when they were little is that required us to be innovative with how we spent. Like we had to spend quality time with them. We couldn't afford to go somewhere and stick them in front of a movie or take them to Chuck E. Cheese or, and just
watched a lot of network TV and played marbles.
We went and got our own. Everybody got a different color bag of marbles. I let them pick what color and then that's what we did. We played marbles. We played Frisbee. We went to the park and played Frisbee and, Twister, things like that, and I'm like, I'm glad glad we had that, and I'm glad we did those things. But it got me used to being around them, and now that I barely see them, I feel like.
Yeah, well, I think that's pretty normal at this age
I
anyway,
don't
because
know,
they're kind of doing their own thing.
it's
But
uncomfortable, I guess.
if they want to go do their own thing, that's fine. I mean, the boy one's doing TCAT, and the girl one's a senior, and she's got jobs, and she's busy, but they could send a text. Because I know that they text their boyfriends and girlfriends. I know that those messages are going out.
Yeah.
So they can send a text.
They just don't have nothing to say to us anymore, I reckon.
Well,
Except
they got
for,
something to say.
Can you pick some goldfish crackers up for my lunch?
Yeah. They got plenty to say.
I can't find goldfish nowhere.
When they need something. The whales are better.
I couldn't find whales. I looked for them. I must be looking in the wrong spot.
Yeah, Dana says, I pay the bill. That's the best response. I know. I've used. They don't care. You know why? Because they know we're not going to turn it off. Because I would, but Holly over there is like, no, I got to be able to get in contact with them.
I have to be able to get in contact.
I'm like, how did we ever
nuts.
survive back in the day without instant contact?
I'm spoiled now. Last night, Josh had some of the high school football players on for the Red Raider review. I was so excited to listen to it. And he always asks the players, what'd you get to eat?
I did.
And they tell Josh what they ate at Prater's. And he's like, oh, okay. Was it bussin'? And to hear him try to talk that lingo it was a little cringy. And they were like, it was fire. Or sometimes I think they felt bad for him and was like, yeah, it was bussin'. I was trying to send you a text to tell you what they say now.
Oh, you didn't send it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
It said, they say big back now.
Oh. I didn't know what you meant. So you just randomly sent that, and I didn't know what it meant.
They say big back now.
No, you didn't say now. She just sent me a text last night that says, they say big back. There was no explanation as to why she sent that. Who is they? I just got a text that said, they say big back.
I know. And after I sent it, I'm like, okay, big back. Ooh, big back is when someone, no, that's not it.
Well, be careful reading those.
Yeah. Let me back this segment up just a little bit.
Trey said, doesn't look like Holly knows how to text either.
I think it means you got a lot of good food on your plate.
She's about to send me words to say that don't mean what she thinks they mean and get me in trouble. I know what bussin' means, and I know what fire means. I don't care if they don't say it anymore or not. They know what I'm talking about. They know that I was being facetious. You weren't there to see my facial expressions.
Oh no.
So was that bussin'?
It wasn't so much that you're still using it. It was so much that I wanted to talk about the new word. Because I hear the girl one say, I'm about to be a big back. I think that's what.
She probably
now
not
I'm questioning myself.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, am I?
Good segment, Holly.
Can someone
There's a kid calling in right now to tell us
how
dumb that is. Morning show. All right, bye then.
Ugh. Do they swap and chop?
No, Christy, they don't know what facetious means, but they knew I was joking. Holly probably knows what it means, at least. That's for the point of this conversation. Now she's just brought up random words and then she goes to Googling them over there, and they don't mean what she thinks they mean. That's sus.
Wait a minute.
Dr. Carmine is dropping all the stuff over here.
Does he know what it means?
No, he's just talking about, he's using other words like sus and cap and mid.
Demure is a very...
Trey said, big back does not mean what Holly thinks. He said it means you're calling them fat.
No, I know she said this about food. Can we call and get her on the phone? Can we do a segment where it's like, let's talk to a teenage girl?
Call her during the break.
This is just stuff I've had in my notes that I wanted to...
What, you wanted to talk about that? That was it?
Just thoughts, like shower thoughts.
Well, we got to take a break now, so...
I guess I should.
It's all the planning.
Yeah, I guess I should filter those out. I thought in my head I saw that going better. I thought I saw us having a whole conversation about things we save or like
Well, yeah.
back in the day they used to like tubular. You remember that? Who says that?
I think
That's so
that was
dumb.
That seemed like a West Coast thing.
Tubular.
I never said that word. Did you ever say that word?
No, I saw it on sitcoms though. Like they were trying to. It was like fetch. They were trying to make fetch cool.
I think a lot of that stuff happens in Hollywood. I think those writers are out there. I think they're using words that we don't use. Like I didn't use the word rad much either. It's like a surfer word.
You know what I heard you say the other day, and it made me laugh because I heard me come out of your mouth
like a dork.
Yeah, we were talking about the yard, and you're like, "Well, I can't remember exactly what you said, but it was something like, yeah, I guess we can get these seeds planted soon, I reckon." I don't know if I've ever heard you say "I reckon."
No, I've said "I reckon" before.
Probably, but you said it sounded like how I would say it.
Just bumpkin.
Yeah.
Little Holly bumpkin. Well, during the break, we're going to get some clarification on Big Back. We'll try to get you an update. High at 83 today, sunny skies. Looking down the line at the weather. So every day for the next 5 days, sunshine, hardly any clouds, and no rain. 83 today, 87 tomorrow, Saturday upwards closer to 90. Sunday would be 90, Monday 92. And even looking deeper at the next week, Tuesday and Wednesday look like 96. It's going to be so hot. I love it. Weather forecast brought to you by Patton Pest Control. Spiders, termites, fleas, ants. Call today. Tyler Patton, glad to help with no contract obligations. 931-247-0781.
Broadcasting from the Unity Medical Center studios, this is Thunder Radio,
your hometown radio station.
Call her up and find out what that means.
Okay.
Dr. Carmine says Brooke's been subbing and is filling me in on all the new things. Bruh.
Forgot who I was even calling. Here.
Be careful. Don't tell them what she'll say.
She won't say nothing.
You never know.
Brian Kell here to talk about Advanced Managed IT.
She's not going to answer your phone call. That's funny.
Hello. Grace. Yeah. What does big back mean?
Means you eat a lot.
Like a big old plate of food?
No, big back, like you eat so much your back's big.
Does it mean you're fat?
Yeah, kind of. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're fat. It just means you
can
eat a lot at the moment.
Owen says big back is when you're really hungry and you're about to eat a lot of food.
Okay.
You're about to get big back.
Yeah, like if I have a whole plate of cookies, I'm a big back.
Okay. So it doesn't mean you're fat. It means you're about to eat a lot.
Yeah.
Your mom completely misunderstood it and told everybody on the radio the wrong thing.
I said I thought it meant like the food was good, so it's big back.
Yeah. No, it means, yeah. It just means that, like, yeah, you're eating a lot of food.
Way to go, Holly.
Well, I was no, you can still use that
No.
How'd you say it?
last night.
She was trying to replace fire with big back.
I was trying to. Josh was saying the food was busting, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's big back.
That's not how you use it.
Oh, yeah, that's not.
Boom.
But it's.
You would say you're a big back. If he was eating a lot, you'd be like.
She was trying to give me bad advice.
Josh didn't think you were going to answer the phone, so. Yeah. He told everybody she won't answer. She never answers, and she never texts back. He's just been talking so much smack this morning.
Oh, gosh. Come on, man.
Well, start texting in the group, and I'll stop saying that.
We're sad you guys don't text us in the group anymore.
What?
We pay that phone bill, you know.
Yeah.
Send us messages.
You said that while I was at work last night. You may pull my phone out and watch it at work.
No, but you could respond later.
I forgot about it.
All right. Have a good day at school.
Thanks.
Drive safe. Love you. Bye. Big back means you're eating a lot at that time. You're about to get a big back.
They heard. They all heard.
I should just ask Owen stuff.
Yeah, I got his number. We can just text him.
I have his number. We talk sometimes.
You saved it in your phone?
Let me see.
I bet she didn't save it. She's not one to save numbers.
Owen, and it's even got his baby picture. I didn't put that, but it's there. The boy once said, "How's everybody's morning going so far?"
We're at work. We time. Don't message him back.
You sent that.
A daily hour and a half worth of proof that opposites actually do attract. This is the Thunder Radio Morning Show with Josh and Holly.
I'll teach you how to play mental gymnastics with your kids. You
Turn them into little psychopaths.
you message them in the group and say, you guys don't ever message in the group anymore. We need to fix that. And then they start instantly messaging and you don't respond to them.
Leave them unread.
Yeah.
On red.
Yeah. Whatever. Just don't respond. Don't give them the satisfaction of knowing we need them to text that much.
I got a little clarification over the break.
Basically, she was wrong.
No. I was. It doesn't mean the food is good.
Big back. We're talking about the word big back that kids use.
It means you're about to eat a lot of food because it's good and you're hungry.
Speaking of Predator's Barbecue, Holly, let's get the lunch menu for today. It's Thursday. They got the lunch buffet going on, or not buffet, but lunch line or so. Cafeteria's down 11 to 2. $9.99 for your meat and two and your drink. What do they got today?
Okay, so it's Thursday. That means they have the any minute now.
Oh, she was trying to fill some time.
I'm there it is. Smoked barbecue chicken, country fried steak with gravy, fried chicken, smoked pulled pork, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, green beans, pasta salad, coleslaw, and side salad. Get your choice of a meat, 2 sides, a drink, and bread, all for just $9.99. Find Prater's at 620 Woodbury Highway.
All right, we're going to play Stupid Silly Statistic right now. Get your phones ready, 728-1320.
And now it's time for Stupid Silly Statistics that you never knew
I don't know where you're getting your statistics.
and probably don't need.
Him, did you bring your statistics?
Stupid Silly Stat. Revved up by our friends at Freedom Automotive in Manchester. You no longer have to trade in your car just because it's time to change the tires. You can get those tires financed with Freedom Automotive in Manchester. They got good deals over there on those tires, and like I said, they got payment options available. Get on by and see them at 515 Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester, right across the street, or right in front of College Street Elementary School. If they don't make the payments, do they come repossess your tires? They give you the old ones back, or you just don't have any tires anymore?
Then they would be retired. That's why they pay me the big bucks, folks, right there.
Fire away.
Okay, so the least attractive hobbies for men, according to women, the most least attractive hobbies for men, according to women. Number 1, playing video games. What's number 2? The most least attractive hobbies for men, according to women. The number 1 answer is playing video games. What's number 2? What do women like? They hear a guy does this and then they're like, eesh.
I do number 4 quite a bit on this list. I was hoping you were going to use the first one, the video games one.
Why? It's the easiest one.
I don't know that people would have got it fast.
The second one is definitely
The
harder.
second one is very difficult.
Least attractive hobbies for men, according to women. The
least attractive hobby for men is playing video games. What's number 2?
Sorry.
728-1320 to take your guesses. I have bragging rights up for grabs and a bag of Black Rifle coffee. But you got to call in and get the right answer at 728-1320. The least attractive hobby for men, according to women, is playing video games. If you're guys sitting around playing video games all the time, that's cringe.
Womp womp. I've seen
Cringe
episodes of like crime shows where this guy was playing video so much he was just peeing in milk jugs. Not
Call back
even
on line one.
not even getting up to go to the bathroom. Just
I mean, I
peeing
will
in bottles.
I will occasionally, and I mean occasionally, step into the boy one's room and play a game. But I mean, we got that new football game. I played twice, since middle of July, which I knew would happen. So that's not a hobby. I mean, these guys are sitting there playing all day long. They're online talking trash to teenagers or whatever. Even as a teenager, once you get up to about senior year, you ought to be finding other things to do.
Least attractive hobbies for men, according to women. Number 1, playing video games. What is number 2?
Is it the signs of psychopath when you are playing video games? At what age does that become psychopathic tendencies?
I think it's the quantity of how often they're playing.
Yeah. Morning show.
Bird watching.
Bird watching. So bird watching is on the list, but it's not the right answer. It's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's number 9 on the list. So good guess, but not the right answer.
Okay.
Now, bird watching
I
is on the
don't
list.
think that's unattractive at all.
Well, apparently, 50% of women say it is unattractive.
I think that shows some intelligence and patience.
Well, it's not percent. I'm sorry. It's an unattractive score model they've got here. I don't know how they scored it, but playing video games scored a 90 on the unattractive scale. The number 2 scored an 85. Morning show. All right, Dina, call back.
Yeah, I don't know how bird watching is on here.
I love sitting on the back porch and watching them hummingbirds play. They're not playing. They're fighting, but I pretend they're playing.
I don't think playing a video game is unattractive unless you're doing it all the time.
Well, that's why they say it's the hobbies, the least attractive hobby. So if you're doing it, if it's a hobby, that means instead of like me going to work out every day, I'm playing video games every day. You know what I'm saying?
Work out.
Morning show.
What about reading?
Reading, good guess, but that's not on the list. Good try.
Again, I think that's
Morning show.
shows intelligence.
Hunting.
What'd you say?
Hunting?
Hunting.
Hunting. Good try, but that's not it.
No, I think that's manly.
Yeah, and that's not on the list. Bird watching's on the list. And I don't think reading's not on the list, nor should it be. That's a good quality. Dina, stop hanging up. 728-1320. Call back. Yeah, this is you got to harken back to days when we had real men. This would definitely be on the
Manly men.
Not Tim Walls. Okay, this is the old fashioned man, and this apparently ladies still think the same way. They still want masculine men based on this survey here. Morning show.
Collecting figurines.
How did you know that?
Well, I'm a doctor.
Nice. What's your name?
Dr. Green.
Dr. Green. All right. Yeah, it is collecting figurines. Did you see that on Twitter?
Yeah.
I figured. Well, and that's okay because
That's where Josh got
that's where
it.
I got it. So it's not like you really looked it up. It was a risk we ran by running that one. You're collecting figurines. Do you collect figurines, Mark?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
What about do you do magic tricks?
No.
That's number 3 on the list. Do you do online trolling? No, I do that.
Definitely not.
I do that all the time.
Josh does.
I wake up in the morning and start trolling liberals on Twitter. Let's see, gambling. Any gambling? I do a little gambling.
No.
Building model trains. That's on the list.
No.
Taxidermy is on the list. You think women are creeped out by that? Maybe, I don't know.
I guess it's how good the taxidermy is. Because I follow there's a group on Facebook. It's bad taxidermy where like the eyes are not where they're supposed to be and things.
Comic book collecting. Do you do any of that?
Never.
What about bird watching? Any bird watching? I like bird watching. Not like hardcore.
Not on a regular basis.
Yeah, not hardcore. Like where I got my binoculars and my bird guide and I'm out in the field or anything. Playing video games. Are you a video gamer?
Absolutely not.
What are your hobbies? What do you like to do?
What do you do?
I hunt, fish, ride a horse, and keep grandkids.
Manly man.
I love that.
Manly man.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for playing. We appreciate you.
All right.
Come on by. I got some coffee for you.
Day.
Yeah, you too.
All those
All
are
right.
attractive hobbies.
Yes. So the number 2 answer was collecting figurines. Who does that?
I know grown men who collect them.
Trey's calling him a Google search. Yeah, it wasn't a Google search. I saw this on Twitter yesterday. And or 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
That's where I saw it. So I pulled it. And
He
sent it
said,
to
"This
Ollie.
is good. Yours are too easy. Let's use this one."
Well, we did. The reason I thought we might get away with it is because the Manchester Coffee County market is not a very heavy Twitter user market. They like their Facebook around here. So I thought we might.
Did he say his name was Dr. Mark Green?
I mean, they said his name was Dr. Green, but he's just making it up. That was Mark Green on the phone.
Dr. Mark Green was on
ER. Yeah. Yes, Holly. Catching up.
You know him?
Yeah, that's Brooke's dad.
Oh, yes.
Loyal listeners of the show.
Oh.
Y'all don't worry.
I was like, I know a Dr. Mark Green on ER.
Gotcha. Golly, Holly.
What a quinky dink.
We have 13 listeners. I know every one of them, first name and last. And you don't know not one of them.
Yes, I do. I know the other Adam and I know Sue.
I haven't heard much from Sue lately.
Where'd you go, buddy?
I was looking at people's comments over here. Big back bird watchers. That means the birds taste good, right? I think bird watching as a hobby would be like you've got a lot of your binoculars and your bird guide, and you got like one of those like outdoor vests you're wearing around. Like I just like to watch the hummingbirds on the back porch. Did you get an inappropriate comment?
I don't think it's inappropriate, but I'm not going to read it because I don't know anything. I don't know what's things mean things that I don't know. Man, I was getting ready to say something too. Shoot.
I had a good guess. Legos was a good guess we had over here.
What were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about the listeners and their names and bird watching and hobbies.
Oh, I know what it was.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not like going to get binoculars and get a book and go out into the woods and try and find the birds. If I'm sitting on my porch drinking my coffee and I spot one, I'll be like, oh, that's a pretty bird. I wonder what it is. I might look it up, and that would be the end of it. But I would like to see an owl like in the wild. I don't want to see it in the cage at the zoo or something. I know what an owl looks like, but I would love to be walking in the woods and look up on a branch and just see an owl.
We used to have an owl.
We didn't have an owl.
We had an owl, and
it wasn't
he
our
or she
owl.
left because I used to hear him or her every morning at about 4 or 5 in the morning when I would wake up. Now I don't hear him or her anymore.
You can say it.
It. They. I don't hear it. I don't hear it anymore. So.
Well, we're going to get an owl house.
Put it up there.
But Josh is cheap.
They're expensive. There was something else we were going to mention here, but I forgot what that was. I got distracted by whatever you're doing over there. I'm trying to. I have to not only keep up with what's on my mind, but I have to remind you what's on your mind. It's a lot.
How do you put up with me?
I don't know.
How
Somehow I manage.
I want to wish Jason Cougar a happy birthday today, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Is it Jason Cougar's birthday?
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Thunder Radio morning show here until 8:30. We've still got more fun. We switched games around, so we've already played the stat. We'll play Name That TV theme song here in just a minute when we come back, so be sure to stay tuned in for that. Quick temperature update outside the Thunder Studios for you. It is a little warmer today than yesterday. Not quite as chilly. 64 degrees right now. We got some clouds out there, but they're going to clear out. We'll be mostly sunny today, high of 83. Temperature update brought to you by Wisteria Hill Boutique. They have a hat bar this weekend. Holly, explain to me what a hat bar is again.
I would love to do the explaining on this hat bar.
Explain the hat bar.
Okay, so you pick out your hat, and then she's got patches and pins and little cute accessories, and you go through.
Accessories, that's the word I was missing earlier when I tried this. I was like, they got decorations.
They got toppings for your hat.
They get it.
Anyway, you can customize it. They're very in right now, like trucker caps with all the pins and the patches on them. They're great for like lake days and
yeah. We'll get them down there this Saturday, Wisteria Hill, 205 South Woodland Street. They're going to have some of their fall arrivals out as well near downtown Manchester.
Now, another update from the WMSR Thunder Radio News Center.
Thunder Radio's local news update is
Tracy, I don't consider that bird watching. Bird watching to me is traveling to a certain location to watch birds, which should.
What? I can't.
Tracy said bird watching would be traveling to different locations to watch birds, which should never be done.
Like you're going to this area
To
because you
see the
know
birds.
that bird lives in that area.
I mean, we went to Lake County for basketball, but we also went because I wanted to see the Eagles.
No, that's cool.
That's different.
Anything you do for the Eagles,
Yeah.
it's cool.
And we did not disappoint. We saw 3 or 4 different eagles up there, and it was
They're
dead of winter.
nests. They're like the
Big old
size of a
nests.
small car. Big nests.
Dr. Cummings said we have a ton of bats at our house. We have a lot of bats at our house.
I don't mind the bats.
No, I mean, I haven't been bitten, so
They eat bugs, so
keep the bug population down. I don't know. I want to know how bad the bugs would be without. But we live right on the edge of 2 big fields. We got big bean field to one side of the house. Sometimes it's corn, they alternate, and then behind us it's a bean or corn field the opposite. So I mean, we have just a ton of bugs. Corn flies.
see all them bugs.
Bats love pools. Yeah.
I
Did you
didn't
put
know
water in
that.
the pool yesterday?
Yes, I did. And I swept it. Man, I swept that thing so good.
Justin Cougar's birthday. Yeah.
Did you see Carney's and Jay's?
I did see that.
I started to share it to Thunder and put, we think it great.
Nice.
But I backed off because I didn't want not everybody gets in.
No,
They're
not
not
everybody
gonna. It's
gets
an
it.
inside joke.
Yeah.
So
Everybody likes an inside joke. They're not in the middle of it.
Worst case, it would look like something slightly racist or a missed.
Yeah, it's not going to land for everybody. Love inside jokes. I'll be a part of one someday. I feel like southern middle Tennessee, outside of Florida, may be the bug capital of the world. In Florida, there's a lot of bugs.
Any of them southern.
I feel like it's worse
sticky hot
here.
States.
How much money do we have to have before we get a second house in south of Tampa?
I would say double what we make now.
We'll need to sell y'all some ads. I really need somewhere to go where it's warmer in the wintertime. We could go down there and work remotely. We do the morning show from down there. Think people would mind? Would it come across as disconnected? When everybody's up here freezing their ass off in January and we're like, oh, it's nice down here in Miami.
You watch shows because they're
Make
at
it
the
feel
beach.
warmer. Oh. Another busy day today. Y'all going to football game tomorrow? It's going to be a good night to be there. It's going to be a little
Y'all
warm.
having birthday cake?
It'll be a good night to be there. We're not getting.
What?
Trey said Holly could find you a cool timeshare. Forgot we could have had one.
I learned my lesson.
Holly, we barely got gas to get home, and she's like, they'll give it to us $25,000. I'm like, I'm sure they would. You look, we can book 1 week a year. We just book 1 week a year, regardless. Florida, because it's warm. And there is more than alligators and hurricanes. There is the beach down there, and I'm a big fan. I'll be a hater, Glenn.
I have the perfect picture.
Cultural thinking, you know what? You might want to change the channel. Yeah, because you're about to get offended. Okay, you've been warned. This is the Thunder Radio Morning Show with Josh and Holly.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. Thunder Radio Morning Show here until 8:30. Josh and Holly getting you to work, getting you to school, getting you home from work for you night shift warriors. We're glad that you're part of the journey. Holly, welcome back.
Josh, thanks for having me back.
Morning
buddy.
Show brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. Talk to him about tummy tucks, laser liposuction. Learn more. drvanwinkle.com. Morning Show.
Hey, Josh.
Hello.
This is Allison. I have a birthday for you.
A birthday. All right. Whose birthday?
It's Robbie Monahan's birthday.
Okay.
Robbie.
How old is Robbie Monahan? Do we know?
He is 41 today.
41. All right. Thanks for calling it in.
Have a good day at school.
Thank you.
Bye. Happy birthday to Robbie. Yeah, you can call in birthdays anytime. They're always welcome on the Ben Lomond Connect hotline, 728-1320. We'll read off our master list at about 8 o'clock, and then this afternoon at 4:30, Tiffany will read off whatever birthdays we've accumulated throughout the day, and she'll draw for a winner of a slice of birthday pie from the Mercantile Cafe Bakery and Gift Shop. All right. Are we ready for Name That?
Yep.
Or Name That TV theme song?
Yep.
All right. Explain to the people how it works.
Josh got a little snippet of a TV show theme song. He's going to play a 1, 2, and 3 second clip of that song. Once you have figured out what the show is, give us a call on the Ben Lomond hotline. The area code is 931-728-1320. What are they going to win, Josh?
Say the number a little faster.
728-1320.
Thunder Radio swag. T-shirt up for grabs. Name this TV theme song. They're going to get it pretty quick. First person, 728-1320. Chance to win some prizes today. Play along with us on the Thunder Radio Morning Show.
Did you ever watch this show?
No, not my thing. We've had more hang-ups today than normal.
Dina.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Well, we've not been having a lot of those, but several hang-ups this morning. Try again, 728-1320. Let's go to the 2 second clip here. Did you watch this show?
Yeah.
Why did you say
Oh, yeah. I watched it.
What's wrong with you? Why are you the way that you are?
Trauma.
I can believe it. I can believe it. I'm just waiting patiently for a winner. I'm not even going to play the 3-second clip. If y'all don't know it, then y'all don't deserve to win.
Is that the 2 still?
That's the 2. Yep. I think you should move that microphone around more.
Buddy, leave me alone.
3-second clip.
What is it?
728-1320 to get through on the Bid Loma Connect hotlines, and you can be a winner of some Thunder Radio swag and bragging rights today.
728-13. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to talk. Nobody can see you. It's fine. I know it's intimidating to talk on the radio, but you're going to do great.
People are freaked out that we flipped the games around. Is what's happened here.
We're just trying something new.
Morning show.
Beverly Hills 90210.
Boom. Nailed it.
Did you watch that growing up?
Of course.
See, there was 90210 and Melrose Place. I felt like you had to be one or the other. Did you watch Melrose Place too?
I did not watch Melrose Place. I've never seen it.
I didn't either. I watched 90210.
What's your name?
Valerie.
Good job, Valerie.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Come on by and get your prizes here at the station. The Unity Medical Center Studios, 1030 Oakdale Street. You can claim your prizes here.
90210 was a big deal when I was younger. You had Jason Priestley, Luke Perry.
That's why.
Oh my gosh. We would play. I went to my cousin's house and we would play 90210 with like Barbies. And she would always get to be Kelly with Dylan. And I had to be like, I wanted to be Kelly with Dylan.
You got to be more assertive.
Yeah, I really should have been.
That's how you got stuck with me.
She was bigger than me. it was her house. I never.
She was going to beat you up?
Yeah, quite possibly. I don't know. I was probably a faster runner.
Yeah, okay. Good screamer. You could have had me earlier if you were more assertive. You had to wait all them years. Just wasn't assertive enough.
Now he says I'm too assertive. You're too aggressive, Holly. Back off.
Calm it down. You got to find a balance.
Yeah.
She can be a little aggressive.
Yeah.
What are your sports coverage plans for today? Are you covering sports?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had other things. Sometimes you have chamber events.
Are you being a punk?
No. I'm being sincere. I'm just asking what you're doing. I've got volleyball tonight.
Yeah, I'll be at volleyball
at 6 at home.
And that's the only home.
Everybody else traveling?
Yeah, it looks like middle school volleyball is away.
Well, I guess you need to hit the road and cover some road middle school JV volleyball.
But I will be at high school, and I need to get tickets because one of the volleyball players was like, "Hey, I've got Beach Bend Park tickets. Could you bring them?" And I was supposed to bring them the other night, and I forgot. What's her name?
Okay, well, what's her name? Her tickets. You remember earlier in the show where we're talking about Holly and her knowledge of everybody's name who's fans of the show, and she didn't know anybody, and she said, "Yes, I do," but she doesn't.
I hope she's in class. I don't know her name. I don't know who it is. She comes out and talks to me and has conversation with me. I don't know her name. I know
it was
her.
Maddie Scott.
Okay. I know her. Don't tell everybody who it was.
It was Maddie.
Now everybody knows who I don't know.
I wasn't know her. You just forgot. Holly forgets.
Yeah, I forgot.
What is wrong with you?
I take their pictures. I know their faces. You say their names. I don't know all. Like, I know her now.
She'll forget by this
I'll
afternoon.
never forget it.
I'm going to start telling her the wrong name. She'll go back, "Hey, Julie, here you go."
When I was in school, I went to Westwood Junior High for a year. And then I went to the middle school, then to the high school. Well, there had been a couple of years in between, and we were in line waiting to get into school, and I seen my friend Sheena. I had not seen Sheena in years. I used to
The same one Tone Loc was singing about?
Yeah. I had not seen her in years. We used to spend the night together. And I was like, Sheena, how are you? I was like, oh my gosh, we're in high school. I can't believe this. And she just was staring at me. And I was like, Sheena, what's wrong? Her name was Robin. It was somebody else.
She does this all the time, though. She doesn't know anybody, but then will aggressively approach somebody and like punch him in the arm and be like, Bill. And he's like, my name's Johnny.
She goes, my name's not Sheena, like that to me. And I was like, and then it hit me who she was. And I was like, oh my gosh, Robin, I'm so sorry. Anyway,
Trey says Holly is famous in a small town. She is. People approach her a lot. And that's the thing. What's funny about that is she's approached often, but she's least likely to know who you are or remember you.
It's bad. It's bad, y'all.
Maybe the vitamins will help with this.
Maybe. It's bad. Someone talked to me the other day, and she said, I can't believe my daughter came up to you. I didn't know who she was, and I didn't know who her daughter was. Nice. I know now, but I have a terrible time with faces and names. I can't. I'm like,
to come to Holly's defense, it's not that she doesn't care. It's that she doesn't care enough to put in the effort to know who you are. She does. She wants to.
Kate says you have to see something 7 times before you remember it. And so I feel like people see me 7 times before I see them 7 times. You know?
Yeah.
And so they already
know who you are because they listen every day or they watch or whatever. So they see the show.
You just got, there's something wrong with me and you just got to forgive me.
Let's tag that right there for a clip. There's just something wrong with me.
It's not that I don't want to know you.
Lachelle says, Holly, I feel your pain. I feel like I have the hardest time with names. I rarely call people and bother their name because I'm afraid I will
bother with their name
because I'm afraid I'll call them the wrong name. Like, hey, sport.
Buddy.
Now, if I don't remember your name because I'm like, what's up, partner? Hey, partner. Sometimes I don't remember either. I'll try to remember. But the problem is you could see me thinking like I can't smoothly figure that out. I'm just like,
there you are.
Yeah.
Do I know you? No, but that's where you are. There.
Yeah.
Do you remember that movie?
No.
Austin Powers, buddy.
Just letting you play along. But see, that's the thing. She can remember movies and actors' names because she cares about those people.
I do not. I see them 7 times.
Trey said taking advice from Kate was right behind bird watching.
Oh, me and Kate against Josh and Trey golf.
You're going to lose.
No, we're going to win.
No, you're going to lose.
Golf match.
I won't help Trey much.
Charity.
But yeah, I think he plays some, and I don't. So, all right. Well, we've Holly. She does care.
Kate provides the drinks. Trey provides the food. Me and Josh provide the company.
Yeah, we don't have to bring anything. All right, we got more morning show Thursday coming up in a minute. Speaking of, did you see where Oprah last night was talking about how she has been, suffered from financial disparities that women suffer from?
Are you talking about the richest woman in
with her $2.7 billion? And she knows what it's like to be you. Saw that last night.
She may used to, but she hasn't been that lady for a long, long time.
It's been a minute. And this lady just gave away everybody some cars.
You know, her name used to be Orpah.
Did it?
Orpah. She changed it to Oprah.
Recreated herself.
I don't know if that's true.
Did you just make?
Somebody told me that.
Holly, why are you repeating things people tell you? Just like when you were talking about Big Back earlier.
Well, it was my dad told me, and I think as a little girl, you Orpah. I'm trying to.
I was about to take a break, but we're gonna keep it here now because Holly's about to embarrass herself. We do not want to miss that.
Wait a minute. Let me see. What was Oprah's name? Orpah. Early life, Orpah Gail Winfrey. Her first name was spelled Orpah on her birth certificate after a biblical figure in the book of Ruth, but people mispronounced it regularly, and Oprah stuck. So she changed it to Oprah.
Well, speaking of Thursday, that's next on the Thunder Radio Morning Show. I want to tell you about Common John Brewing Company. We went up there yesterday morning and got some really good breakfast. Holly tried the French toast, and I got me a bite of that. I hardly ever get that. It was really good. And also the breakfast burrito. It just doesn't miss. Never misses. Get on down there and see them today. Common John Brewing Company, 210 Woodbury Highway. They'll have karaoke tonight down there. What?
Robbie Monahan said, he said, if we had a show, Coffee County 37355, like Beverly Hills 90210, who would play what character? I want Kathy Bates to play me. Maybe not. Maybe not Kat. It would have to be somebody younger.
Here I am just trying to take a break.
Maybe Chris Pratt would play you.
Okay. Chris Pratt's a good
Just
looking fella.
some food for thought. Who would play you in Coffee County 37355? You as the listener.
At Coffee County Bank, we believe in better. For nearly 50 years, we've bet it all on better. Since 19...
Turn me off.
Coffee County families build better homes, buy better cars, and bring better ideas and businesses to market. Has it been worth it? You better believe it, because that's banking you can believe it. Coffee County Bank. Believe in better.
I'm gonna hit him with one of these.
www.coffee.bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
There are plenty of companies out there hiring, and they all claim to be the best. But at Great Lakes Cheese in Manchester? Did you see where Jennifer Lopez is filing for divorce from Ben Affleck? Why does that make me happy?
Makes me happy for him.
Makes me happy for him.
Get away from that.
What were you doing, buddy?
I know. Tracy, that burrito is big back. Holly. Quoting Holly on how that food is.
I don't like burritos.
So did you see last night where Joe Biden's Commerce Secretary
Oh my God.
did not understand the jobs report?
I'm not familiar with that.
I'm not familiar with that. I'm familiar with the report of the agency. Which one is it? How do you not know the labor statistics? They're like, well,
that's your job.
Because basically they like wiped out 800,000 jobs. They're like, oh yeah, those weren't real. They didn't really happen. We just made it up. And so they asked her about it. She's like, oh yeah, nothing out of Donald Trump's mouth is accurate. I'm like, no, that's from the Labor Bureau. I'm not familiar with it. Hey, what?
Is
just all lies and
Justin the assistant basketball coach?
Assistant regional manager.
Assistant regional.
Assistant to the coach.
To the
That burrito's big back. Trish said, bring Joe Pat's golf ball when we play. Chris said, I can't watch all these rich people complain about how rich Trump is. It just drives me nuts, man. They just, it's
what's most irritating for me, I feel like, is when they get up there and they're like, things are not good. They're bad. And we're going to fix it. And it's like, you did it.
I know. It's like,
your fault.
It blows my mind. Bongino was talking about it. He's like, Kamala Harris is peddling hope and change from herself. And people are buying it.
Yeah, you get them.
And I'm like,
they were chanting, do something.
They've been
while Michelle was speaking at the DNC, they were saying, do something. And I'm like, they're doing it. They're making a
They've had the presidency
mess.
12 of the last 16 years.
Right.
12 of the last 16 years they've had the presidency.
Whatever. And I got to thinking, I wonder how many Kamala tattoos there are.
Not many.
Like, are people going to the tattoo parlor to get Kamala tattoos? Because we know people personally that have Trump tattoos. You see them all the time.
I don't know.
I said, assistant to the basketball coach.
Smile cams. Just find Thunder Radio on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube to watch the show.
That's right. You can watch the morning show brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. All right, Holly. Welcome back.
Thanks, buddy.
Thursday here. What have we come across?
Remember that story I told you yesterday about the Atlanta hospital losing that guy's skull flap?
Oh, yes. Yes, that was a pretty big topic of discussion.
Well, I've got one that tops that. Man, I'm sitting here about to do this, and I get a message from my sisters that says, "Call me as soon as you get off the radio." Like, that's gonna mess me up now. California hospital lost a woman's body, told the family she left. California hospital failed to inform a mother that her 31-year-old daughter had died in the hospital's care, and they misplaced her body. And for a year, the family thought she walked out. They'd been looking for her, not knowing where she was.
That's definitely turd head activity there.
Thinking something had happened to her, like somebody had got her.
Somebody got her.
Maybe she had been part of like a, trafficking,
kidnapped, trafficked, hurt.
Okay, so the woman.
Can you imagine the agony, the mental anguish? But don't worry, in California, she can sue them for $15 or whatever because they got crazy laws in place.
So the lady was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 10.
Okay.
She had a diabetic episode, was admitted to the hospital. She had visited for diabetes-related complications. 2 days later, she called her mom. She's like, "Hey, can you come get me from the hospital?" Less than 2 hours later, she died at the hospital due to cardiac arrest from being suffering diabetic ketoacidosis. The family was not notified, despite extensive previous contact between the hospital and the family. Meanwhile, she was placed on a shelf and forgotten. Shelf in a cold storage. Her body was there.
How does that happen?
Right. In the following months, Jesse's mom and sisters, they just spent looking for her. They spoke to friends, posted flyers, went visiting homeless communities.
Well, because the last contact they had, she was well. She was like, "Come get me, please." And then it's, we don't know she left. Tracy, that's going to pay like really, really well.
More than a year after she passed, a detective called her, informing her that her daughter was found in a warehouse morgue, and her remains were so decomposed, an open casket funeral was not feasible.
Yikes.
The state of the body also meant no autopsy could be carried out to prove or disprove medical malpractice.
I don't know. You can't make that up, can you? That's a story right there.
Even to this day, the hospital has not apologized.
Who runs that place? Well, they're not going to apologize. I guarantee you. They're not going to admit any. They're not going to admit any wrongdoing. Their lawyers have already got a hold of that. Do not say anything.
Gracious. Phew, that was a doozy, wasn't it?
All that COVID money they got is about to go back out the door.
An Ohio woman is facing charges after killing a cat and then eating it in front of witnesses. This is horrible. Alexis Farrell, age 27, reportedly killed the cat and then started eating it at a residential area in front of a housing complex. Her initial bond is set at $100,000.
That's messed up right there. You know. Over on the Carmine family dental cams, Trey says, quote, "We meant she left this earthly home," end quote. Hospital management. It's not funny, but golly, can you imagine?
What?
Back to that first story.
I would burn that hospital
yeah,
down.
If
I had been looking for
like
you
they better,
and worried about you for a year.
Like the level of rage that would come out. I don't think there's any stopping me. Like you're
and that's from a mama's standpoint. Can you imagine not knowing where your child is for a year just to find out that they lost her?
Yeah.
She had, oh man.
Well, that's the thing that we've always said when we watch these murder shows or these missing shows or whatever, that to me, the hardest part's got to be not knowing, like when they don't have a body.
Yeah.
And you kind of know, right? Like your 19-year-old daughter went out for a walk and then she's gone and you can't find her. She didn't show up to work. Her phone's on the side of the road. Or,
yeah.
You kind of know.
Yeah.
But you don't know. So you're searching and you're trying to find out. Like that's got to be the worst. How do you sleep? So these people thought that their daughter was missing.
Yeah.
For a year. And you kind of know, right? And to find out it was the hospital. Tracy said, I like Chinese food too. Back to that cat.
We're doing Turds Day Thursday here. For me, it's just going to be the state of California. Fed up California woman catches mail thieves by sending herself an Apple AirTag. Now, what's turd head activity about it is this not out of her mailbox. Okay, it's not. This woman kept a mailbox at the post office.
Oh, somebody's getting in the P.O. box.
Yeah, and stealing
her mail.
Not only her mail, other people's mail.
Right.
And I'm like, this is at the post office.
Yeah. Sounds like she's
well,
doing.
What are y'all doing? Are y'all?
How does that
happen?
happen?
Are there no cameras or?
One of the least efficient operations in the world is the United States Postal Service. So
she got tired of having her mail stolen.
But sure, let's let them run our healthcare.
Police responded to the post office after the latest theft. She told police she mailed an AirTag to herself, anticipating the package would be stolen. And it was. It was
her doing
stolen.
The police's job for him.
And then she calls the police and says, "This is where they are. Go get them." So the cops quickly located the two suspects, and they were found with the mail. They also had items that were stolen from more than a dozen mailboxes at the post office.
That's federal crime.
The sheriff's office would like to commend the victim for her proactive solution while highlighting that she also exercised appropriate caution by contacting the police.
Didn't show up with guns blazing.
That the thief is held on a $50,000 bond. Isn't that funny? That woman ate a cat and her bond was
$100,000.
$100,000. And these people are thieving
out of the
mail
from the Postal Service.
It's a federal offense?
I think so. Tampering with mail.
$50,000.
All right, birthdays are next on the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Call them in 728-1320.
Reduce fat and tighten skin today by getting M-Sculpt Neo treatments with Dr. James Van Winkle in Manchester. This is a non-invasive body
that only takes 30 minutes. This treatment
Can you imagine them if they're hospital? Like, golly, there should be a lot of. I'm not a cancel culture person. I'm not a let's go fire everybody person. But a lot of people there probably ought to be looking for jobs. You know what I mean? No.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
No, I'm not saying it again.
I don't care. You think I want to hear what you got to say, buddy?
I'll just talk to the people, and you just sit over and do your own thing. Birthdays. 3 on the list. Conrad.
In a world of cluttered garage, Lois starts a cleaning place. Putting Peter's valued belongings at risk. His only hope? Acme Storage in Manchester, a secure haven for his precious items. Impenetrable gates, 24/7 access.
All right.
Acme Storage saves Peter's legacy. Don't let your treasures turn to trash. Visit Acme Storage.
We need Kamala to fix this. What?
She can fix it right now.
Somebody at the DNC was talking about Donald Trump. He's not smart. And I'm like, he's probably doesn't have a lot of tact. He's says things that I wouldn't say, but I would never say that man is not smart.
Saturday, August the 31st. Monster trucks on September the 2nd. Senior Citizens Program, September the 4th at 9 a.m. Mud Race, September the 6th and 7th. Learn more at CountyCountyFair.com.
Oh. What are you doing over there with your
Play a
hands?
piano. Air piano. Singing a little song. Just the Two of Us by Will Smith. It's a love song.
Thanks, Robbie. And you guys visit us at markfurnishpharmacy.com or give us a call at 728.
Looking for exciting summer fun? Don't spend long hours in the car and a fortune on gas and travel. This summer, play close to home. Beach Bend Park, just minutes away in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Enjoy dozens of family rides, ski rides, water slides, more than 50,000.
All right, birthdays are right here.
Surf the waves, look the river, or splash and play on interactive stations. Stay for daily shows, drop games, treats, free parking, free sunscreen. Enter code FLASH24 online at beachbend.com.
What?
$20 off the non-admission.
This lady shared that post of Justin. It says she's a
Birthday time on the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Thursday, August the 22nd. Calling your birthdays at 728-1320. We'd love to have them. This afternoon at 4:30, Tiffany will be on Connecting Coffee County, and she's going to draw for a winner of a slice of birthday pie from the Mercantile Cafe, Bakery, and Gift Shop. But you got to be on the list to win. And at the end of the week, that's tomorrow, we draw for a cake from the Food Lion. It's a grand prize from all week long. And we want your anniversaries. We draw for a designer's choice floral arrangement from the Mossy Pot. 728-1320 to call them in. Drum roll, please. Happy birthday today. Conrad Watson, Justin Cougar, Robbie Monahan is 41, and Leaf Swanson with birthdays today. Happy birthday to all those people. And you can have your birthdays on the list, too. It's a free call, 728-1320. Holly, celebs?
Dua Lipa turns 29 today. You know,
Do we have any more?
Yeah, you know the guy on Modern Family, the dad, Phil?
Phil Dumpy.
He turns 57. The snowflake button makes it cold, cold, cold.
I was a fan of his wife on the show.
That's all I got.
Set temperature makes it hold, hold, hold. Her inability to understand technology reminds me a lot of your inability to understand technology. And also your mom's. And Tiffany's. Why am I around a bunch of women who can't understand technology?
I don't know, buddy. You chose this life. You picked me. You knew how I was.
Well, I thought I could change you. All right, past top of the hour is the morning show Overdrive, financed by New Haven Mortgage. Getting into a new home can be difficult, but not if you have the right team on your side. People that can walk you through the process, let you know the steps, what you need to do next. That's what you need. It's essential. Takes the stress away. New Haven Mortgage can help. Heather Phillips and her team, over 60 years of experience in this industry. NewHavenMTG.com. Find them in downtown Manchester. NMLS 1477317.
Broadcasting from the Unity Medical Center studios, this is Thunder Radio,
Your hometown radio station.
Yeah, that was the point. I was just joking.
Thunder Radio's local news update is brought to you by Springs.
Have you seen some of the man on the street interviews? Like, it's funny because, like, you know, social media can kind of dictate what you see and what you don't see. But like Don Lemon, we know he's a big old, you know, leftist, right? So he went to New Jersey thinking he was doing man on the street interviews, wanting to get everybody
And
talking.
they're like, Trump,
And he would approach women and black people. That's what he was approaching, thinking that's what. And he was getting Trump answers left and right. It was driving him insane.
Yeah.
And then a lot of these men on the street interviews, they get up.
He would try and
sway him. He'd be like, well, why, what are you doing? And then there's several where, you know, people will approach people with Kamala. They're clearly voting for Kamala or whatever. And they would approach supporters and they'd be like, you know who you vote for? And they'd be like, oh, Kamala all day. Like, oh, great. Well, why? Or they would just say, well, what's your favorite accomplishment or your favorite thing?
What policy first do you like?
And some of them be like, don't use this. Like they don't. And then some of them were like, well, it's because she's a woman. Like, I'm sorry, what? This is not high school class president time. But there's some of them are hilarious. There's several of those where it's scary, the responses you get. She's a rock star for them. Because she's a rock star. What does that even mean? Because she's not literally a rock star. And somebody said because she's going to bring, I did see where somebody, I think it was on Twitter, where somebody was like, well, because she's going to bring grocery prices down. And the thing was like, how is she going to do that? She just is.
Rick and Bubba said something that resonate, like the way they put it, and I don't remember the exact words, so it's not going to sound as good the way I say it. But he was like, "Look, you got two choices." He said, "For us, does he, is he the model of everything that I think a godly man should be? No,
Absolutely
probably not. But is he going to keep the laws that where I can practice what I, what I,
Is he gonna stay out of my way?
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want you to stay out of my way. I want the government to stay out of my way. I had a woman here yesterday, a very respected, woman in business, and she, I don't say high profile, but she's been very successful. And she said, she looked at me and she said, men and women are not created equal. We're different. I had a woman here yesterday that in the business world, and she said, we're not necessarily created equal. We're different. We're designed differently. And I want, women should have the same rights as men, but there does not need to be a woman sitting in that chair making those decisions. We are emotional creatures, and we do not need to be making those decisions. We're just not wired that way.
I had a friend, a coworker. She was a close friend, and it come election time, and she pretty much just we got into a discussion about the women in the
Sometimes I had no clue who that was that said that, but I totally agree.
in the
I said that all along.
I don't know if it was the SEALs. It's like what was G.I. Jane about? What was she?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't think I even watched G.I. Jane.
Well, anyway, the argument was, well, I think something was in the news that a woman was trying to.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the like the Navy SEALs, or it wasn't.
It was.
Huh?
Probably, or Marine. Go on with the story or don't?
I'm just trying to think. Anyway, she said a woman should be able to do that too, but
if she can do it.
If she can do it, she was
do not
saying,
change the.
Yeah, that's what the thing was. Well,
do not change the requirements. If she can do the things she needs to do, then you're saying it's okay to change the rules. I don't know.
And I feel like it affects men to see. I don't know how to explain.
Well, you lower the standard. Anytime you lower the standard, it's dangerous. Precedent set, I think.
She don't talk to me no more.
Thunder Radio Morning Show Overdrive, financed by New Haven Mortgage, newhavenmtg.com. Heather Phillips and her team, over 60 years of experience in the home lending industry. They can pass the savings along to you because they do in-house underwriting. It's New Haven Mortgage, NMLS 1477317. Holly, welcome back.
Thanks, buddy.
Last, I don't know, 15 minutes or so of the show. Tomorrow morning will be a best of show. Long weekend for us. And, but we'll have some good stuff lined up for you. It'll be radio only tomorrow. Holly, what are we doing here?
For some reason, I forget about this segment. Like I plan
every day. We've been doing it for a year. And then she's like, oh yeah, there's another 15 minutes. That's why we end up talking politics. This is where I get my way, but we probably shouldn't do that today.
Florida man impersonated Dave Portnoy reviewed a pizza joint for several years to dupe tourists with undercooked food.
I'm sorry.
That was
There's
lot.
a lot of moving parts to that. So a little Florida man today. That makes good sense since we're not going to be here tomorrow.
A little Florida man allegedly. You said that, and a Florida man allegedly impersonated a popular pizzeria, once given a favorable review from Barstool's sports founder and pizza critic Dave Portnoy, to fool unsuspected tourists to ordering undercooked and fraudulently priced food. Blah.
There's so many moving parts to that. I don't know how.
All right. Jose Alvarez, age 55, is accused of falsely advertising his business in hotels through Miami Springs as the popular Roman's Pizzeria.
Okay.
And conning hungry customers into buying inedible food to make money off the shop's notoriety.
But it wasn't that shop. It was pretending to be a different pizza shop. So I'm the way I'm hearing this is there's a pizza shop that must have a good review from Dave Portnoy.
Yep.
And he's pretending to be that shop, but he's not that shop.
He pulled off this scam for several years and slowly tarnished Roman Pizzeria's name. Because people were getting the pizza and were like, Roman's is awful. Customers filed complaint against the
That's a terrible crime. Can you imagine being the restaurant owner and having somebody impersonate you and ruin your reputation?
The owner of Roman's Pizzeria said he's been dealing with this issue for years.
For years.
For years. And first caught wind of the scam when upset customers started reaching out to his shop. Sometimes they'd show up here upset, claiming, "Where's my food?" We'd have to explain to him that ain't us. After complaints began to mount,
Scammers gonna scam, you know.
He has owned the pizzeria for over 40 years, and he had to go file a police report.
Man, what a shame. that people do that.
The suspected pizza imposter is also facing an aggravated battery charge for hitting a hotel staff member with his vehicle when he tried to flee after being confronted in the parking lot. So that's a good Thursday Thursday for you.
Yeah.
A little Thursday Thursday, a little
Florida
Florida man.
Golly. The scammers will do anything. You know, we used to do some occasional Facebook driven contests for Thunder Radio where we would do a, comment here, post your pictures here, and we'll select a winner. It's National Dog Day. Put your dog here. And we'll pick. But then the scammers will come along and copy our page. Like they'll spoof the page and then start commenting underneath everybody's picture. But hey, you won. Click here to get your prize.
Oh yeah.
And you click there and it goes to a page that kind of looks like our website, but not exactly. And they want your information. And people will do that. So we don't do Facebook-driven contest hardly anymore because of that.
A defiant Florida man with a blood-soaked head bandage refuses to get off American Airlines flight to Vegas.
Nice.
So 2 passengers were arrested at Miami International Airport after refusing to deplane. The 27-year-old had a bleeding head from a wound and blood-soaked bandages.
This kind of sounds like me. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving. And I'm not going to the hospital either.
So flight attendants were concerned because of the man's medical condition. And they were, as well as the exposure to the man's blood. They asked him to clean up the wound and replace the bandages. But the one he had on his head was the only one he had, so he's like, this is it. It's all I got. They were asked to leave. They refused, declaring if they could not fly, then no one else was going to fly.
Once you start saying things like that, it's a bad day.
Eventually, they were both handcuffed.
Yeah, you can't do that.
The man's wife began shouting. The man's wife began shouting that he had just had surgery. Well, it appears he may have had a hair transplant. So he had a hair transplant. Bloody gauze, tried to fly home or wherever, and they're like, "Look, buddy, you've got active bleeding happening. You're not going to stay on this plane and have us be exposed to your blood." So they were removed from the plane
forcibly.
All right.
Hair transplant.
Growing up, when I saw a bald man, I never thought, "Ew, look at that bald man." Or even now, if I see a bald guy, I don't think. But I think for a man, it is
It's very frustrating.
But if there's any bald guys out there, it's not. I don't. Me as a woman, I don't look at that and go, "Ooh, that's unattractive." I just bald heads are fine. Heads with hair was fine. Bald heads are fine. I don't care. But are you funny? That's what I want to know.
Can you make me laugh?
I don't care about your hair.
Yeah, I just want to know if you
What
can
are
make
you,
me laugh.
Brad Pitt?
That's all he cares about. It's a good thing for me because I'm losing my hair.
And you're not funny, so I don't.
That's not true.
I don't know.
I'm a very funny guy. Couple things to wrap up for today. Reminder, high school volleyball tonight. What's the matter?
I don't know. I thought it maybe smelled like electrical burning.
Well, that's not good.
But maybe I don't.
Considering the light flickering we had in here today,
It may be this microphone.
I don't smell anything. Why now I'm be paranoid the rest of the day.
I shouldn't have said nothing.
Anyway, we got high school volleyball tonight on Thunder Radio. Be sure to tune in for that. 6:00. We will have that for you, part of our hometown sports series. So tune in. And also tomorrow, it's high school football on Thunder Radio. The Friday Night Thunder pregame show with Court Steer starts at 6:00. Do not miss a minute of that. Yesterday I was listening to the intro to that show, and it just gets me so jacked every time. Not the intro. Like, then I like to play around with those things, but it's just got a bunch of football movie clips and stuff.
Yeah.
It just gets me so wired up.
I'll walk through the studio and he'll go, look, I got goosebumps. Look at these goosebumps.
So be sure to tune in right at 6. Catch the whole pregame show. Court does a good job with that, and then we'll hit the field at about 6:30, and then we'll finish the pregame show from there and kick off at 7 at home against Franklin County. So be sure to tune in for that. Gonna be a lot of fun. And that's about it for the weekend. Anyway, we got a long weekend as far as morning show. Be best of tomorrow. Just a reminder there. But we'll be working, of course. Gonna be a good weekend to be at the pool.
Too bad we're not going to have time.
We have some time. What are we doing this weekend?
Well, I got family coming in from out of town. I really need to do a little yard work.
You probably
get them flower beds situated. It looks janky back there.
Well, we've been doing a lot of work, so.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you do that.
We got to continue.
I said at the pool. It's going to be great. Any other parting thoughts from you? We got a couple minutes here.
Ooh,
just a couple.
I was hoping it was about that time because I should have took a potty break in the middle, but I didn't.
Well, just leave. Just leave, Holly.
I'm trying to think of something to discuss here.
Well, I just asked if you had any parting thoughts, any final things.
I want to remind everybody, 4:00, be at Steve Jernigan Realty at 2010 MacArthur Street, MacArthur Boulevard, MacArthur Highway.
Street. It's MacArthur Street. Right across from the high school. Ribbon cutting today at 4. So you're going over to celebrate. Everybody's invited.
And
there's usually snackies at these things. I don't want to promise anything, but there's usually like snackies. And if there's not, if Steve's listening,
he said he was going to have
he better provide some stuff.
Swag.
Okay.
Some little, Steve Jernigan Realty.
I like a good pin.
Maybe some koozies. I don't know. I'm excited.
Thunder Radio Morning Show. Overdrive, financed by New Haven Mortgage. So, if you're talking to Steve about a house, you're going to need to finance that. Talk about that with New Haven Mortgage. Heather Phillips and her team. NMLS 1477317. That's New Haven Mortgage.
New Haven Mortgage features experienced lenders with over 60 years in the business, making New Haven Mortgage your trusted local partner in home ownership.
See y'all.